I am back! We are starting into the 7th book in the series, the Quillan Games. So this does take place once again immediately after the events of the last book. Bobby arrives on Quillan, and he's in a dark storage area. This is Red Flimmer Eye. He's immediately attacked by twigs, and they are mechanical spiders. Ugh, I hate spiders most of the time. I mean, I'm not scared of them, but they're just creepy and crawly, and I hate when you see one, and then it disappears, and yeah, mechanical spiders, big no. So he finally beats them, and he changes into the territory clothes, which are a bright red shirt with a couple of black stripes and dark black pants. So he emerges into the territory, and it's a huge arcade. He's confused because he notices everyone except him has really boring, dark, neutral colored clothes. And they're nothing is flashy. It's this bright red shirt. He also notices that the games, they seem to have more than levels and placings on them. One man, he apparently wins, and his daughter, he runs in overjoyed, like he just came back from war or something. And another loses, and he's carried off to who knows where by the police officers called Dados, and they are robotic people. Basically, they are robotic police force. So they notice Bobby's shirt, and they go after him, calling him a challenger. Bobby, he runs outside and into the city, and it's just as boring as people's clothing. And the only interesting thing about it, and there are thousands of television screens mounted on the buildings. So he hides from the Dados, and he watches on screen as a fight takes place. One of the fights takes place during a Tato match. It is between Challenger Green and Challenger Yellow. He notices a ring on the Yellow's finger and realizes that this guy is a traveler. He's then thrown off the platform and he's killed by Green. He also sees another man escaping from the Dados, and he's helped by a young woman and an old man. He's discovered by the Dados again and captured and taken to the castle of Vigo and LaBerge. And they say that he has been chosen as a challenger, and that'll basically be forced to play until another challenger kills him in the Quillan Games. And they're comprised of different kinds of matches and battles and games. Vigo is a very stern-looking woman, and LaBerge is basically a kid in a man's body. And he has a creepy obsession with clowns. And they take him to the leaders of Quillan, the Block Corporation. St. Dean discovers him there and tries to make him an offer. If Bobby competes in the Grand X, which is the big event in Quillan Games, and wins, St. Dean will tell Bobby the secret of the travelers. Bobby doesn't agree, of course. St. Dean's not going to hold up his bargain. I'm going to die eventually, a part of this. So he then meets Neva Winter, and she claims to be the traveler from Quillan. She's a member of a resistance movement against Block. They're called the Revivers. She takes him to the leader of the Revivers, Tylee Magna, and she decides to take Bobby and Neva to Mr. Pop. And Mr. Pop is not actually a real person. It is the history of Quillan. There are cars, books, all kinds of things, clothes. It's really cool. And he also meets an older woman. She expresses a lot of regret for the loss of her husband to the games and then her daughter's disappearance. And they convince Bobby to compete in the Grand X as part of their scheme to free Quillan from Block. And they return to the city for the competition. After an appearance in public, in which Bobby gains favor with some of the citizens, Vigo corners Bobby and reveals a huge thing. She and LaBerge are from Velox, He escaped just before Lifelight disappeared with Saint Dane, who was disguised as this man named Mr. Kate. And Bobby, in the fight during the Grand Axe, is put against Challenger Green, who killed the Traveler before. He beats him in all of the games and wins the competition, and inspires up the citizens. They march up on Vigo and LeBerge's castle, and they try and break the gates and get inside. And Bobby finds out that one of the members of Block is also St. Dane, and he's also Challenger Green, and he also pulls up a video feed in which Mr. Pop is completely destroyed. It is burned. It is no more. There is no more Mr. Pop, no more Quillan history. This was the hope of the revivers, and now it is gone. And he also reveals that Neva has been on St. Dane's side the whole time. And she told the Block the location of Mr. Pop after they were taken there, and now everything is in flames. And he also keeps his promise to Bobby, surprisingly. Tells him a weird, true, surprising thing that Bobby doesn't really believe at first. The Travelers are illusions. Bobby doesn't know, of course, what it means, but he disbelieves him for a moment. And the destruction of Mr. Pop just devastates Bobby. This is the second territory that they have lost. And he leaves to try and figure out the next territory of Second Earth. And the older woman, he meets her just as before he's leaving, and reveals that she is Neva's mother, Ellie Winter. After her husband died, her husband gambled too much to try and educate Neva. Ellie couldn't handle the loss after he was taken away to the cars, and he disappeared. She disappeared from her daughter's life. She was supposed to be the Traveler from Quillan, but she couldn't bear it after her husband's death, so she agrees now. Hey! She accepts her role as a Traveler in whatever capacity she will be needed. And now back to Second Earth with Mark and Courtney. Mark is becoming pretty good friends with Andy Mitchell now. Courtney is recovered from her injuries, and she's ready to be an acolyte again. Courtney's kind of starting to get back her confidence, and she doesn't really trust Mitchell at first, but she relaxes eventually about it. Andy created this polymer called Forge, and it'll change shape into either a circle, a sphere, a cube, or a pyramid. And this is revolutionary. You just have to speak to it. So they've been invited to a science convention down in Florida. And Andy, Mark, and Mark's parents are going to go. The day before they have to leave, Andy has to handle this big mess in his uncle's flower shop that he works at, and Mark decides he's going to help. His parents decide they're going to take the planned flight and set up a hotel and everything. The boys will fly down in the later flight, either that night or the next morning. The boys don't make the later flight. Mark was supposed to call her before he left. So Courtney is woken up really, really, really early by her mother. She had no idea where Mark is. She doesn't know if he's on a plane or what. But the news broadcast of a plane crash. Courtney tries to figure it out and discovers it was the plane where Mark's parents were. She also finds a message on her phone from Mark. He's very, very upset, understandably, and he tells her to go to the funeral. When she arrives, she finds a letter from him saying he couldn't deal and he went to First Earth. She also leaves him for they don't know where he is right now. So he went somewhere and they don't know. He also leaves her his traveler ring, and she's about to leave the flume. Andy Mitchell comes in, and he is Saint Dane. He is Saint Dane. He has been Andy since they were little kids, and since kindergarten or whatever, and the whole tipping point has to do with Mark and Forge. Oh my god. And then, so he swims away after revealing this. Courtney's taken with him, but when she arrives at exactly where she was, still on Second Earth. Which is weird. It never happened before. She returns to find some strange changes in her house. The Chetwins, they have a robotic cat. Seats in the car that her dad was driving are unusually comfortable. And there's a surprisingly advanced computer. And so Bobby arrives at Courtney's house after leaving Quillan, and they catch each other up on what's happened. They also find out the new tech is from a company called the Diamond Alpha Digital Organization, also known as DATO. So they decide they're going to go to Third Earth to find out what happened. So this book, oh my god, this was such a ride. This is my absolute favorite of the series after the end. But this is so great. There were so many twists that I did not see coming at all, except the Andy one. It kind of hinted at the last one, so that was kind of ready. But anyway, so St. Dane being Bobby, oh my god, that was a huge revelation, because I mean, seriously, think about it. Everything since they were like 5 years old, St. Dane knew everything. He was watching Mark and Courtney and all the kids in their class, and Bobby? Oh my god. That's actually kind of creepy to me. And, oh my god, that was like so crazy. And I don't really get why you saved Courtney. Figured he wanted her out of the way, but anyway, I don't really know why he saved her. But that's part of the plot. A little bit. So, and Mark's parents dying, I was like, what the hell is going on here? Why? And so, I kind of shed a few tears, I think, but anyway, and then everything changing on Second Earth. She's like, what? What's going on with this? You gotta figure this out soon. And what was it? Never, oh my lord. And the personality that she showed previously, you would never think that she would do anything like this, and I think that's why it hit so hard. Because she was always, well, she was not exactly friendly, but she wasn't mean. She was kind of stoic and strict a little, like uptight a little bit. And you'd never think that she would do that. And so it's like, what? There's a lot of what's in this book? And I'm like, I love it, because I like not seeing things coming. I like being very, 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 very surprised. And so, this book, solid A+ in my book, 10 stars, 2 thumbs up, whatever, full star, full marks you want to give it. This book has it. It is excellent and great, and I love it. Read it now. I hope they make these, they really need to make these series a movie, because it would be so great, and everybody would be into it, and it would be just as popular as Harry Potter, and everybody, anyway, yeah, so, that's my thoughts on the Pendragon series. And that is the end of the video from the Quillan Games. So.